Hey, good morning and welcome back to Daybreak Live on a Friday morning, the second day of February. It is Groundhog's Day, and right back from Poxitone Field making his announcement is Donnie Miller. Donnie is the executive director of the Greater Talladega Lincoln Area Chamber of Commerce. Donnie, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good to have you with us this morning. And Donnie and I go way back. As a matter of fact, we did a lot of broadcasts of sports back in the day, didn't we, man?
We did. There was some people talking about that. We were in the coffee shop. People were talking about doing that. So I said, yeah.
They were good
times. They're good times. So they were fun times.
So some good news coming out of Talladega. You've been recently named as executive director of the Greater Talladega Lincoln Area Chamber of Commerce. Tell us what's going on there.
Well, it's just the gentleman that was there, Jason Davis, resigned. He made his decision to resign early, and so I kind of pondered the idea a little bit. Then my wife and I had a talk, and we prayed about it and decided, maybe this is something I need to do. I've been in the restaurant business 30 years, and I've still got the restaurant, but just something new that I wanted to do. I grew up in Talladega, lived there 60 of 64 years, and this was something that I really thought about and want to try to get Talladega back the way it used to be.
You, being a business owner, know the importance of successful business in Talladega and Lincoln.
Exactly, and that's one of the aspects that I bring to the table is pretty much everybody in Talladega knows who I am. And I pretty much know a lot of the businesses that are in Talladega, so I know a lot of the people who own these businesses, and that's what I want to do is generate more business for them and generate more people to come into Talladega and more people to shop in Talladega. So that's what I'm working on.
So this is a joint venture. I don't know how long it's been since they joined together, Talladega and Lincoln.
I think the joint took place right after the 2% lodging tax came through. And I think the Talladega Lincoln Chamber was formed, I think it was done when Heidi Edwards was there, and I think it was done either 2010 or 2011. So it's been almost 12 years, I believe.
Talladega is an old city.
Very old city.
And there's been some neglect in the downtown area and other. What do you see as possibly some success stories we can have out of there?
Well, we're trying to figure out what's the drawing aspect for the town, and like you said, the downtown area was the main hub years and years ago, and get that back to form. So we got the Ritz Furniture there. You've got the Bowling Works there with Kevin Smith. The Ritz is the drawing card, and so is Bowling Works. Bowling Works has its second Saturday of every month. They have an event on the square. The Ritz has events just about every month now, which are huge. So if we can draw people from out of town for this, then we need to draw something for them to come a little bit early, maybe to eat, maybe to sit and have a drink or whatever before the show. And so that's what we want to do. We want to get people to come in and enjoy the town and see what we have to offer. Right now we don't have that much to offer, but that can grow is if other retails or something see people coming into town more often than they normally do. So, and that's what we're going to try to broaden the picture a little bit.
Of course, we've got the Speedway nearby, and that's a big draw for sure.
And we have a lot of other assets. You've got the CMP, the Civil Marksmanship Program. You've got the Majestic Caverns just right down the road. You have Camp Cosby. You have Camp Mack. You have Cheehaw Mountain. There's a lot of assets that are in Talladega that a lot of folks don't know about. So that's what we want to draw that perspective to people and let them know, hey, Talladega's got a lot to offer. Come visit us and see what you can do.
Now, you're just getting your feet wet in this position,
I'm
right?
knee-high deep in water. Yeah, I'm just now getting my feet wet, and I'm just, like I said, I'm learning the process. I love getting out and meeting people, and that's what the one thing I've done over the last month or so, trying to get my websites, my Facebook pages, and things like that set up to where people can look on there and see what's going on. Our plan is we want to have a newsletter that goes out every month showing events that are taking place in the month coming up, so that people are aware of what there is. Because the communication, we don't have a radio station, we have a TV station here, but not everybody gets everything that everybody else gets. So that's what we want to do. A lot of folks are not on the Facebook, they're not on the website. So if we send out this flyer, everybody sees what it is in the area, then they'll know what's going on.
It's amazing that years ago, when you and I were involved in sports and stuff, there were multiple radio stations.
Oh yes, multiple radio stations. We had the TV,
Yeah.
those TV stations, and everything was going great. And it's just Facebook and websites have changed a lot.
Yeah.
Social media has changed a lot now than what it used to. Because I mean, the paper used to be the biggest thing you see.
Sure.
If you need to see something, you read the paper.
Yeah.
Well, now
2 days a week.
2 days a week. So it's a communication gap. But the thing about it is between this age group and this age group, there's a big difference, and that's what we want to try to eliminate.
You've been around a long time, and you've done a lot of things. You've been in the political field, and you didn't have to do this. Why would you want to do something like this? This is a big challenge for you.
Well, like I said, we had talked about, my wife and I talked about we wanted to move and sell the restaurant and get out and enjoy the rest of our lives, and we're enjoying our life now. I mean, everything's good. And when this came open, I was like, my mom and my dad, my mom especially, would wanted me to do this. She loved Talladega. She worked for the Red Cross.
Remember the dinner bell.
Yes, the dinner bell. So I think this was something that, like I said, we prayed about it and thought about it a bit. And when the chance came, I said, I'm going to take this. So I applied for the job and had the interview, and here I am. So.
How do you bring new business into Talladega?
People, a lot of folks, you see people they'll start a new business and just open the doors, start doing their job.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it. And that's what I want to try to invite people, that if they're interested in opening a business, come down and sit down and talk. I mean, I've been in the business for 30 years. I've started two different companies. There's a lot more to it. You start slow and you work your way up. And then most people try to jump right into the bandwagon and be as high as they can be. And things go good for the first 3 or 4 weeks or a month, but then they start dying off. And then you get worried, I'm not going to be able to handle this. It's not going to work, and something happens. My intent is to work with these people, help promote these people, give them free advertisement, get the word out what you do, and have something special that people will come to see or come to do or come to shop for. And hopefully you stay and you grow stronger like everybody else.
Towns our size, whether it's Talladega, Sylacauga, or Childersburg, they have the downtown thoroughfare, and that's what the eye sees first.
Right.
When they come, whether it's Sylacauga, Childersburg, or Talladega, or another city across the state of Alabama. How do you kind of fix the eye appeal in Talladega?
Well, I think the biggest thing is there's a lot of traffic flow, and I'm sure you see it too, that comes through both Talladega and Sylacauga, especially going to Auburn or somewhere like that, or Montgomery. So what we've got to do is find a way to channel that group of people that comes through Talladega before they come to Sylacauga, whatever. When I was on the council, we changed the zoning issues on the bypass. They were a residential type zoning. We changed it to a commercial zone. So now we have all the property along the bypass that's available for commercialization. So what I want to do is I want to try to find that developer who's willing to take a chance and put something out there. And if it takes one item to put out there, within a couple of years you're going to have 3 or 4, 5 or 6, 7 or 8. So that's my core right now, is trying to get that one core item to put out there on the bypass, and maybe from there it'll explode. So
everybody, whatever town it is, we need more restaurants.
That's it. And the questions me when I took this job, somebody says, well, you don't want to bring any more restaurants because you still got one. And I try to explain to people that there's 15,000 people in Talladega. There's 30,000 people in the surrounding area. I said, everybody can't eat at 1 or 2 restaurants at a time. So yes, I'd like to see more restaurants. I'd like to see more sit-down, family type, evening type restaurants. And so that's another thing that I'm going to try to get. I'd like to, I don't want to go after what we've already got. I'd like to get something new brought in that, is different from the clientele of restaurants we have in Talladega now. So that's what I'm trying to do.
It's awfully important that you have, and you have been in the political arena before, to have a great working relationship with the city of Talladega.
It's correct. I mean, between the city government and the city schools, those are big assets. The new city, their council is now in the process of hiring a new city manager, And Dr. Lee is the new superintendent of the schools.
He's a great guy.
Great guy. And I've had a meeting with him last week. He has a lot of great ideas, and I'm, wish him the luck and told him any way I can help him, I'll be glad to help him. But that's the first thing when people come into town that move into Talladega or want to start a business in Talladega is, what's the school systems like? What's your city government like? And, I always like to say they're in working condition, they're doing good. And, some people say, no, they're not. Well, yes, they are. We just don't see the good sides parts of what's going on in the school system, or the
bad news travels fast.
Bad news travels fast. Social media controls everything. So my perspective is, I want to show the positive things that's going on in Talladega, and we have a lot of nice homes in Talladega. There's not a lot of historic homes in Talladega. So, we have good areas for people to live in, and that's what we want to try to.
What is that, Silk Stocking District?
Silk Stocking District, that's correct, yeah.
And a lot of old homes in Talladega, and bringing new business is the lifeblood of any city. You got a great hospital there.
Yes, Citizens Hospital, Brookside. Baptist Citizens is one of the oldest still standing type hospitals. Well, not the building itself, but the hospital's been there for years, and they're continually growing, and they're branching out with doctors' offices everywhere. So that's doing well.
How are you trying to sell, Donnie, business owners and prospective business owners that this is a new day in Talladega County?
Well, I'm letting them know that the chamber's here to help you. Okay, we want, like I said, we want to put a promotional thing on Facebook, websites, mail-outs. Anything you want to put out there, you email us, send us a link or whatever. We put it on our website, we put it on our face page. But we also, like I said, we're going to have flyers. We're going to work with the Daily Home to have what's happening in Talladega through the chamber, and such as that. The Ritz has if you're not aware of the Ritz is a
it's
fantastic. The old theater. Yes, I mean it's very beautiful, and the young lady there, Miss Lauren Dill, is doing a wonderful job. She has a scheduled events all the way up until I think she gave me the list was up to September.
You're talking about some heavy hitters that come in there.
Yes,
man.
exactly. So she's got some great programs coming up. She's got the Johnny Cash tribute show coming up. I think that's in April. We got the gala this coming weekend. So a lot of big things that the Ritz does, and that's a good draw. Like I said, a good drawing point for Talladega, and that's what we got to build around that. And Kevin Smith's second Saturdays every month. So. Of
course, it's boots on the ground. You're out there every day now?
Every day. I'm walking the streets or going to see new businesses, or going to see our active customer members, and trying to pick up those who have dropped us or. How
are you selling those that have backed away from it?
Well, you have to go in and kind of sell yourself, and that's my perspective. Is I'm selling myself. I'm letting them know that here I am. I'm a phone call away, or I'm a drive down the road out of the way. You just let me know if you need to see me. I'm there to help you any way you can. You want to sell something, you want to put something on special, you want people to know about it, let me know. I want to make your business go just as well as anybody else's. So.
And you can soak in experiences from other chambers in the area as well.
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to meeting the other chamber directors around the area, and just, get into their head, see what they do to make things go right. And that's, like I said, this is a totally new thing to me. The only thing I'm good at is a people person. I love talking to people, but that's just what I'm looking forward to.
So how can people get in touch with you and find out more about the greater?
They can contact me at the Talladega Chamber of Commerce. Number's 256-362-9075. And if I'm not there, I would be more than happy. They will take a message and I'll return the phone call.
All right, let's grow Lincoln and Talladega. Executive Director of the Greater Talladega and Lincoln Area Chamber of Commerce, Donnie Miller, our guest this morning. Donnie, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you, sir, very much. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. More Daybreak just ahead.